Rasmus Hojlund to Manchester United is heating up this week, and there's a feeling that it will be 100% a done deal within the next week, or at least before the start of the season. The deal will be 100% done, including medical, for Rasmus to play in that Wolves game. Fabrizio Romano has confirmed that Rasmus Hojlund has signed a 5-year deal to join United. He's chosen United over PSG, and Romano's coming today with new news confirming that Manchester United will have another meeting with Atalanta this week, likely Friday, which is today, to try and sort out this deal. They've put in their €60 million package bid. Atalanta want up to €70 million, but there's a feeling a deal could be done for €65 million. And we will get into what Romano has said on Hojlund in just a second. But Fabrizio Romano also said last week United's priority is to get the Rasmus Hojlund deal done 100% before the start of the season, because obviously we need a striker now, and once Man United get Hojlund, they will pursue Amrabat, but it could depend on sales. But Fred and McTominay both look very likely to go, and we will discuss McTominay, Fred, Maguire and everyone leaving in tonight's live stream, so do subscribe down below for that. But Fabrizio Romano actually said after United signing their striker and midfield target, they would like to get a centre-back, but that will depend on the outs. And reportedly, Man United are now actually in talks to sign Benjamin Pavard for £25 million. But we're going to start with a deal that's very likely to happen this week. We're going to start with the Rasmus Hojlund news, because Fabrizio Romano is 100% confirmed. Their bid has gone in, the deal is agreed, the deal is signed, but Manchester United's bid will probably be rejected. They've got to go in with another bid for Atalanta to potentially raise the price. But it was said Man United have scheduled a new round of talks with Atalanta. It will happen this week after €60 million package deal, and Man United remain favourites after 5-year deal agreed with the player's priority. So Romano has said it will happen this week. There will be a meeting that will happen this week to get the bid in, and there's a feeling that the here we go will happen this week, and that is coming from Romano. Here we go should happen this week as well. And Simon Stone has also said that Manchester United hope to sign Rasmus Hojlund before the new Premier League season begins. So Man United should sign Rasmus Hojlund. It should happen. A deal should happen this week and get him in 100% done, medical and everything, before the Premier League season starts, if all goes to plan. There's obviously a chance that PSG could go in and hijack this if they want to play something ridiculous, but the fact that the player's made it clear he wants United and has rejected PSG, it looks like United have got a clear run on this one. Now, before I get into the Amrabat news, because actually there's probably the most news that's come out on Amrabat in the last few hours, a lot of positive news, a lot of some sources playing it down, I want to talk about Benjamin Pavard to United. It's nice to talk about another player for a change. Now, it was actually come out, and Benjamin Pavard has been heavily linked with Manchester City. Kyle Walker going one way, Benjamin Pavard going the other way. And, you know, the fact that Man City are linked to him and the fact that Man City are interested in him means that I would happily have him at United, because Man City seem to sign everyone and they'd be good. But it was said that Man United, Man City and Juventus are in contact with Benjamin Pavard's management. It's coming out of Germany that United have contact with Benjamin Pavard's management. And part of me goes, is this just a game? Is this just a PR spin? Because realistically, Bayern want Pavard gone. Pavard has 1 year left on his contract, and Bayern have basically said to Pavard, you sign a new deal or you go. Bayern want to sell Pavard. They've got £25 million price tag, which isn't too bad considering he's 27, he's in his prime, he's won trophies. You know, when you're looking at Axel Disasi being quoted at £40 million, I don't think he's that good of a player. Pavard plays over for France. You know, I think part of me is like, is he going to go to Man City? You know, Barca can't get him because financial issues. Juventus aren't in Europe. He doesn't want to go to Juventus. Is Pavard going to go to Man City? Is potentially Bayern using United's name to speed a deal along here? Because basically Bayern need to get rid of Pavard so they can sign Walker, and also Pavard's not signing a new deal, they don't want to lose him for free. But then the other part of me goes, well, Romano did say we want a centre-back. We've been linked to Disasi, Torbido. You know, it's very clear United want a centre-back, and with lots of news coming in today that it's increasingly likely that Maguire will leave United, and Maguire being linked to West Ham, I wouldn't be surprised if we've inquired about Pavard. We seem to be inquiring about all the French centre-backs, and we do need a good fourth choice centre-back. And I think Pavard, at 27 years of age, very good injury record, versatility. We know Ten Hag likes a versatile player, can play centre-back, can play right-back, can play a high line. I think you need a right-sided centre-back for depth, because Luke Shaw can always fit in the left-sided centre-back, and obviously Pavard could play right-back if needed. I think, you know, he's obviously linked to Manchester City for a reason, because he's can play the way that Pep wants to play, he's versatile centre-back, right-back. But I wouldn't be surprised if Ten Hag was interested in Benjamin Pavard. I think it would be a good signing. I don't think he's better than Varane. I don't think he's better than Martinez, but in terms of bench depth, you've got a guy that's won pretty much every trophy at Bayern Munich. There has been a good player for Bayern Munich these last few seasons. I think he's been better than De Ligt, but obviously De Ligt is younger, they want to keep him, and Pavard has said that he wants to leave Bayern Munich. Apparently Pavard's preference is Spain, but Barcelona don't want him because they can't afford him, and I think Real Madrid are set. So I do think that Pavard's probably going to end up at Manchester City because they've been most heavily linked to him. But I think if Maguire goes, this is definitely one to keep an eye on because he can play right back, he can play centre back, he's won trophies, he's available for 25 million, he's 27 years of age. Alaba I wasn't a fan of. I thought Alaba's not been great at Real Madrid, he's ageing. But Pavard, I'm definitely a fan of him coming in as a bench player, him coming in as bench depth for Maguire. I think that's an alright replacement for Maguire. I think the other names that have been listed to replace Maguire don't really move me. And I'm not going to act like I've watched Benjamin Pavard loads, but he's a solid centre-back. He's won a lot of trophies. He's a good mentality to have in the dressing room. And, you know, for bench depth, that's the level you want. He's not going to start week in, week out. I mean, the ideal world is we signed Kim Min-jae, Drew and Timber because they would have been ideal to start week in, week out, but you don't quite get that. But yeah, so that's the Pavard news. If there's definitely more updates on Pavard, I will let you know. I think with Maguire and West Ham being interested in Maguire, we could get some more updates on that. I think if Maguire goes, we 100% sign a centre-back. It is Hojlund, Amrabat, potentially a centre-back if Maguire goes, so definitely keep an eye on that. But we are going to talk about Amrabat because there are reports coming up from Italy that United made a bid. Amrabat has agreed terms to join United and the deal was rather advanced, but English media are playing down these reports. Now I think actually on the Onana situation, on the Atalanta situation, English media were a little bit behind Italian media. Italian media seem to know a lot more than English media. However, the fact that the Fabrizio Romanos and the David Ornsteins are saying, yep, United are interested in Amrabat, but there is no bid, makes me feel that maybe Italian media are doing what they did with Kim Min-jae and just getting ahead of themselves in terms of Amrabat. But there's still reasons to be positive. The only negative of Amrabat is we get a lot of news saying it's going to be done, he wants to come, we're going to put in a bid, but that news is coming from Italian sources. But we've had Fabrizio Romano and both David Ornstein give us an update on Amrabat. And they said there is still nothing concrete regarding Amrabat, despite numerous rumours. There's still no offer to Fiorentina from United, but Amrabat's side has spoken to United. He is on United's list, but United will need to sell players. Their current priority is the goal scorer. So Romano said they haven't put in a bid and there's nothing concrete, but there's talks going on. United like the player. Nothing's official, nothing's been signed as he's aware of. Once United get Hojlund done, sell some players, they will go for Amrabat, and that seems to be the case. David Ornstein pretty much said the same thing. David Ornstein said on Amrabat, it's one that United are looking at. Amrabat is aware of that, and I don't think it has moved to some degree that others suggest. I'm not aware that a deal was nearly done or agreed, or that it is one that he could act upon if there are departures. So again, Ornstein basically says the same as Romano. Nothing's agreed. Maybe Italian media are jumping the gun here. But I think once Hojlund's done, once the departures go, the fact that Hojlund is basically going to be done in the next week, let's be honest, the fact that Fred and McTominay looking like to be sold, then this deal would happen. And I think this deal will be done, but I think, yeah, they have to sign Hojlund, sell players, get it done. Maybe there's not an agreement, as people so say. But anyway, it was also said by other sources like TalkSport that Amrabat is very keen on the move to United, and then Sky Sports also said if Fred or another midfielder was to leave Manchester United, they could go back in the market. United have held talks with Amrabat and he's thought to be keen on the move. So we have got English media and reliable sources saying, look, while we're not sure there's been any kind of agreement and that United have put in any kind of bid, Romano said he's aware that United haven't put in a bid, there is actually, you know, United have had talks with Amrabat. He is definitely a target. We can confirm that. Our representative had talks with him. He is open to the move at United, but the reports coming in that we put in a bid and that, you know, the deals have been agreed, I think maybe are jumping the gun. Now, as I've said earlier, I think Amrabat, Pavard and Hojlund would be a very good way to end the transfer window, with McTominay, Fred and Maguire leaving. In my live stream, I'm going to talk about McTominay, Fred, Maguire leaving and more. Could even get up to 100 million for them. West Ham want to do us a lot of favours this summer, so big up West Ham. And then we will talk about some other stories in my live stream later, so make sure you're subscribed. But I have to say, I'll be very happy with Pavard. I'll be extremely happy with Rasmus Hojlund. I still think Harry Kane's the perfect striker. And maybe if we could do something crazy in sales, maybe there's a chance for Harry Kane. But I think unless we're getting Qatar in, Harry Kane isn't going to happen. And then, of course, Amrabat, 30 million euros. You've got to consider that Enzo's 100 million, Casedo's 100 million, and Rice is 100 million. 30 million for Amrabat isn't bad. However, it was said, I want to just mention this before I end the live stream, it was said that Chelsea could walk away from the Moises Caicedo pursuit with Brighton rejecting an £80 million bid. And I do worry with Lavia very much close to joining Liverpool, and that's going to be here we go soon. Because we're focused on Hojlund and we haven't actually put in an official offer for Amrabat yet, despite reports. Maybe Chelsea go in and they're trying to hijack something for Amrabat. That is something to watch out for, but hopefully not. Guys, please do smash that like button, subscribe down below if you're new. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.